Back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Dima, come on, music. So guys, today I was on Facebook. Usually don't go on Facebook that much, but today was a little bit different. And then I got a notification sound, Dima, and it came from this particular brother in the Kevin Samuels fan recovery group. Now, I've done stories on this particular group before. It's not a group that Kevin Samuels owned, but it was a group that his fans started. And there was an interesting post from this particular brother who has a Colombian wife. And he posted this and he had this to say: "Day music to my brothers. Don't believe the hype. Happy wife, happy life," which is the biggest lie ever told to men in the United States. If you truly want to be happy, go forward and you will not regret it. I made a video about living a good life with my Colombian wife. Don't let the Simpson women scare you about the infamous green card scare. I get served 3 meals a day, the house stays clean, and I'm always in a good mood. I'm enjoying life. So if you see this particular post here, it has 456 comments. And it was a lot of people mad at the guy, right? Let's kind of look at for some of these people here. So this sister says, "Angry music." So in other words, he had to go to a poor country in order to afford the type of woman he's always wanted. God damn. The other guy goes, "Sad music. You had to leave the country to find a woman. If that ain't the definition of a simp." And another person says here, "Day music. Any man that has to leave his country to go to another country to find a wife says more than you, than any woman. It ain't saying it's nice. 329.5 million people living in America, and you had to go elsewhere to find a woman. Something must be horribly wrong with you." So you'd be surprised there, guys. In that particular post thread, there are 3 different comments. 2 of them came from black men themselves, 1 from a female. And it was many people on there roasting the guy. And I'll put his link to the video that he did here on YouTube. But I thought it was very interesting that, you know, this guy decided that he would go to Colombia, meet a woman, you know, try to process things to get her to come back to the States or start a life with her. And he's happy, getting 3 meals a day. Now, I want to talk about this because I've dated some ladies, not from Latin America, but from Africa. And I can tell you that I've never had to wash dishes. I've tried to wash dishes before. They won't let me do it. They're very happy doing it. Now, obviously, American women have some advantages, especially with the culture and with the comedy and with the just, the talking every day and things like that. You kind of get more accustomed to it. But I can see why guys are making this particular trip. Now, in America, why is that? If you're the average guy in America, nothing wrong with being the average guy in America. I'm just like the average guy in America. You might be making between $50,000 to $80,000 a year. And the reality is that if you're not, conspicuously handsome or tall, a lot of the ladies may not be looking at you like that. And it's just, it's just what it is. But does that mean that you don't deserve submission because you're an average guy? No. And even Kevin Samuels talked about this, because average men have been getting submission in almost any culture in the world. And it looks like submission is only going to be for very successful guys. So if you're not a guy who is like a $500,000 a year earner, well, then where does that leave you? It leaves you in a position where, you got women that won't even deal with you. Now, yeah, there are 330 million people in America, but the society is very feminized. And so a lot of guys might want traditional relationships, and they want to be with a woman who may not necessarily need a lot of money, but will be willing to contribute to the relationship because she wants to be a wife. So, and if you get guys going to Colombia, where things are a little bit more closer to the country. Women are a little bit more feminine. They still look as good. Yeah, it might be a match made in heaven. Now, I want to talk about some of the shaming tactics that we saw. We saw some people saying that, he had to go to the poor country and get a prostitute. He had to do this and that. He couldn't get a woman in America. But I want to ask this to people, for people who have that particular notion. Well, don't you know that women in America also want money? I mean, just like women outside of America. So if he goes to Colombia, he's dealing with women that are poor. Okay, fine. So if he made $300,000 a year and a woman made $50,000 a year in America, well, wouldn't she be poor too? Yes. Okay. He may be dealing with a woman that makes $10,000 in Colombia, but she may not be poor in Colombia. That's just the difference. So everywhere you go in the world, if you're a man, you're going to be expected to provide. That's not uncommon. If you're in America, you're going to provide. If you're going to be in Colombia, you're going to provide. So why not be in a situation where you can, get the best of both worlds? You can provide and you can actually, afford to feed yourself and not starve. And if you can somehow find a way to make money and live a higher quality of life in someplace else and deal with women that you feel that you wouldn't be able to get an opportunity in life, well, why wouldn't you deal with it, right? People move all the time in America and we don't shame them. You have people who move from, like, let's say Sacramento, and they go to Alaska because there's jobs that pay a lot of money in Alaska. Nobody says, well, you're going to Alaska to make some more money. Like, are you an idiot? No one says that. When I decided I was going to move from America to Poland, I mean, who says, like, why are you moving to Poland? Like, you're going to school in Poland? Like, yeah, I mean, like, you're going to school in Poland, right? So you're just trying to better yourself. So just because you're moving to Colombia doesn't indicate that it's a bad thing. People move all the time around the world looking for better opportunities. It's just common for what humans do. They've been doing it all the time. Now, those opportunities could be financial. Those opportunities could be romantic. But whatever the case is, it is an opportunity. And the average guy is looking for hotter looking women if he can get them. If he can't get them in the States, he'll get them someplace else. The problem is that people get mad if he gets it somewhere else, and that is where the rubber meets the road. And as much as many younger guys, more average guys get to have more confidence, they're going to be able to do the same thing. And then guess who will be mad? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.